Okay, I've got J.R. Garza, I think with a next emoji. Let's see if we can.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Let's see, I've got you down for case number 17F 2491, 21J in the matter of the marriage of Cesar Esparza and Elizabeth Oviedo. Appear, please, for the.
J.R. Garza for Cesar Esparza, Your Honor.
Okay, I saw Joe Reyna very early in the morning logging on. Are you still there, Mr. Reyna?
I am Judge Joe Reyna for the respondent, Elizabeth Oviedo.
Judge, we were set for final today. My client is a truck driver. He was in California driving. So he had not taken the test, the paternity test that we were here last time, Judge. We agreed to take paternity test for the children. The judge has signed an order now. He will be here on Thursday to take that test. Evidently, Your Honor, when this order was signed, I did not approve the order before it was submitted to Your Honor. We were requesting a blood test for one child, and the order that was actually signed contains tests for all three children, right? And so the amount of money that he needs to comply with that order is well over $1,000, Your Honor. So
okay, and are you in agreement, Mr. Reyna, that it's only going to be one child? Because I signed the order that you all submitted, you know. So,
yes, Judge. Judge, the reason that I asked for all three children is a multiple reasons, Your Honor. They asked for a paternity test on one of the children a year and a half after this thing was filed, claiming new evidence. There was no new evidence. He's known all along the allegations. But there is another child who's not even mentioned in the decree because that child is not alleged to be the child of Mr. Garza's client, but he was born during the marriage. So I feel like this is all just delay tactics, and so we don't do it piecemeal. We just want to do them all at once so that he doesn't come back later and say, "Oh, now I've got new evidence on another child."
okay, so are y'all to split the proceeds under those circumstances, Mr. Assad? It seems like it's appropriate to get them all tested. And
I agree with that, Your Honor, but the problem is that the order that Your Honor signed, it was not presented to me for approval, has my client paying for the whole thing.
okay, Mr. Reyna, where do you get that Mr. Garza's client pays for everything?
Because Mr. Garza's client's the one who's asking for the paternity test, Judge.
But you're asking for all of them. He's asking for one, and you're asking for all of them, right?
Judge, yes, that's correct, because we don't want him to use this as another delay. He asked for
Okay,
this a
the
month
court's
ago.
going to tax the costs equally, 50-50, okay? Submit another order, please, and we'll take care of it that way. I think your idea is good, Mr. Reyna, to get everybody tested, you know, I mean, without comment on the propriety, if they were having other relationships during the marriage that resulted in other children. I think we need to clear it up, because then you're going to come back in 5 years or 10 years and try and relitigate it. Let's take care of it now.
And that's one of the reasons, just, but another reason is my client is indigent and he's not paying the child support he's been ordered to pay. She doesn't have.
Well, Judge,
if he's not paying child support, you need to file a motion for sanctions or a motion to compel or whatever, you know.
Judge, and at this point, it seems like we're still up in the air as to who the biological father of these children are.
Of all of them?
It seems like Mr. Reyna has doubts about the rest.
Okay.
No.
Why is your client not paying child support, Mr. Garza?
He is paying child support. I don't know the exact amount he's paying, but he pays as he can.
Mr. Reyna, you say no child support. He says he's been paying child support. So one of you is wrong, okay?
He's paid maybe 3 or 4 payments since a year and a half.
Okay.
So to that extent,
Motion, you know, if they're working, they're truck drivers and they're in California, they've got money. So you need to file your appropriate motion, Mr. Reyna, and I'll entertain it. But I'm going to tax the cost 50-50. Your client doesn't work or what?
she works, Judge, but she's got the 3 children that she's caring for. She does not make that much money.
Well, for now, tax it 50% each, and then I can readjust that at the final hearing, and I can back the money.
And I'm not the one that's raising paternity as an issue. I just want to make it clear.
Well, but you know, Mr. Garza raised it as to one, and you want it as to all of them, sir.
Yes, Judge, because after we do the one, he's gonna come back and say, now we want it on the other.
Well, and I agree with you that if they're having extramarital affairs and having kids from other spouses, other girlfriends or whatever, they need to determine which ones belong to Cesar Esparza and which ones do not.
And that should have been asked for when he filed the petition, Judge, not a year and a half later. That's my point.
Judge, let me just say this, Your Honor. I take objection to counsel saying that I'm involved in some underhanded tactics, because that is not the way I practice law. This was brought to me and it was told to me that this other gentleman actually walked in here and said, this woman is saying that these children are my children and I'm paying her child support too. These are the facts. But I take objection to counsel saying that I'm somehow underhanded as a lawyer. I understand the lawyer's creed very well, and I take objection to that completely. I want that on the record, Your Honor.
Okay,
Yeah,
you all
and
need
let
to
me-
get yourself a cup of coffee and get together for a taco or a break or something, because you shouldn't be attacking each other professionally. I
And
mean,
let me make something clear, Judge, and I apologize to Mr. Garza. I did not mean to say that he was the one. I'm talking about his client. This is
Well,
nothing new in the marriage. These
okay,
allegations-
gentlemen, let's stop it right here, okay? Mr. Reyna, if your client is not receiving child support or is receiving an inadequate amount, you file your appropriate motion, sir, and I'll hear it, okay? And I'll grant you the relief that you want if those are the facts, okay? And secondly, I think it's appropriate in light of what y'all are both saying that everybody gets tested. Let's find out what the truth is, what comes out, okay? So if it's 50-50, I think that's fair right now. Your client is working, Mr. Reyna, right? At least,
I believe she is working, Judge. She works part-time.
all right, and she's also getting some money from Mr. Garza's client.
I know that my client, Judge, she went to take the kids. They told her she could not have them tested because he's the one who has to go first. It's been over a month since he asked for it. He still hasn't gone. So that's why, and that's just another.
Okay, well,
example
he's
of
gonna be
delays.
here Thursday, sir. He's gonna be here the day after tomorrow, so.
Yesterday,
I'm
Your
gonna-
Honor, they told me, yesterday, somebody from Mr. Garza's office told me he had gone last Friday. So,
Okay, Mr. Garza, you're representing to the court that your client will be here from California this Thursday, right?
Absolutely, that is what I'm representing.
All right, I'm gonna order that all those tests be done, okay, on this Thursday. Just get them done and let's get it on, let's tee it off. If y'all want a trial, I'll give you a trial, but let's get this thing done,
Yes, Your Honor.
The parties, I'm trying to dispose of as many cases as I can,
Your Honor, I'm trying to figure out how long it would take for that paternity test to come back, so we don't set it prior to that, Your Honor.
Well, y'all can give me an order setting hearing, once you do the test, and you'll find out from them, different labs take different amounts of time. Okay,
Yes, Your Honor. We can do that.
okay, that's gonna be the order of the court. I'll wait for y'all to file an order setting hearing or whatever you need, and then I'll give you a final hearing. But for now, the testing will be ordered for this Friday. I'm sorry, this Thursday, the 29th, I think, of September for the testing. All right, anything else, Mr. Reyna?
Yes, sir. We
not
need
at
to
this
file
moment.
an amended
Okay.
order regarding the paternity test. Is that correct?
Send me the amended order. Send it as a courtesy to the other side. Both of you need to send the orders to the other side so they can approve it, at least as to form. You don't have to agree with it as to form and substance, but as to form, just
Yes,
to
Your Honor.
memorialize it. That's the order that I did.
I will take care of that, Judge.
Thank you very much. Y'all are excused.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, if you're gonna have argument like that, the rest of the attorneys, that doesn't qualify as a brief announcement. I want to take brief announcements because there's other courts that are waiting for you and other courts that expect and other courts that demand that you be on time in their courts, the heck with all the other courts, I'm gonna try and get you over there so you don't get yelled at the main courthouse. All right,